I'm Corbett Wall with DV Auction, here with a 3-minute cattle market update for Wednesday, June the 29th. Last week's activities left this market a little bit oversold, especially on your cash side, but the futures too. But we kind of felt like we had a little bounce to come back up after last week was down pretty hard, especially on Friday, which had nothing to do with cattle and everything to do with the Brexit vote there. But you look at how the market started out this week with live cattle on Monday up $1.15. It was up more than that at one point, but showing some strength there on the August contract. Tuesday was up 70 cents to end the day on Tuesday at 112.72. Look at your feeder cattle. August contract there showed Monday up 72 cents. Tuesday was up 50 cents to end the day on Tuesday at 140.67, which is exactly what the CME feeder cattle index is coming out on Tuesday there, ending through Monday's sales. And really that sounds a little bit high because the cash markets have been struggling a little bit more than that. Your real-time index on Cattle Market Central coming out through Tuesday's sales at 135.96, and so we feel like that cash index on the CME is going to be backing off of that a little bit more, although these feeder cattle markets are higher to start the week out. But you look at your weighted average on last week's fat cattle sales, and 78,400 head in the 5-area feeding region showed your live steers averaging 116.74, which was down $3.85. Dress trade was down hard too at 187.81 on the average dress steer. That was down 6.42. But we are seeing some support for these fat cattle, and there's talk of maybe a steady market this week and maybe higher. I would really be surprised if it's higher, but I just don't have enough confidence in these feedlots to make the packers give more money, even though we've been seeing these heavy kills. The slaughter last week ended up 611,000, and that's a really large kill, especially for these days and times. But they've just got so much captive supply, the packers do. They got their own cattle, they've got promised cattle, they've got contracted cattle, and it's just really hard to get them to give much more for that little bit of negotiated trade that they have to do every week. In Oklahoma City on Monday, they had 6,400 head. They sold feeders $4 to $7 higher, which was a little bit surprising to me. I didn't think they would be that much higher. And Joplin was the same way. They had feeder steers $3 to $7 higher. The heifers not quite that much. But I think more than anything, it was a little bit cooler to start the week out here. If guys wanted to move some cattle, they could do that. They had some moisture around. It was just a little bit easier to haul cattle and handle them without the threat of losing several of them in the heat. And also the fact that we're not going to be having any sales to speak of next week, especially the southeast will be completely shut down, and all your big volume sales early in the week will also be closed for 4th of July holiday. But we've seen a little bit of feeder cattle bounce here this week, and maybe if you guys got some yearlings, grass yearlings to sell, don't turn your phone off over the 4th, because there could be a little bounce in there where you might not get what you were hoping for when you turned them out, but it might be a heck of a lot better than what you were thinking a week or two ago. You look at Cattle Market Central, an individual quote there out of McCook, Nebraska on Monday. They had 2 loads of 9-weight steers there in one deal, but one of those loads had 61 head, weighed 955 pounds at 140.85, and that's several dollars better than what we'd seen before that. But on a DV auction retreat here on the Nebraska-South Dakota line, we'll talk to you on Friday.